The Maxims of the Duc De La Rochefoucauld, translated by Constantine Fitzgibbon, read by David Rintoul for Ukemi Audiobooks. Introduction. The chaos and the malice of the Fronde, that expense of spirit in a waste of treacherous shame, were over. The real reign of the Sun King had begun, and, beneath the splendour of his rays, France was entering the flowering May-time of her glorious summer, after a century of chill Italianate winter. Suddenly, all France began to talk. What they talked and wrote about was the soul of man, for this was the age of Pascal, for the interplay of souls, for this was also the age of Racine, of the comedy of man's pretence, as shown by Molière, of the relationships between men and women in love, and Madame de Lafayette was about to invent the psychological novel with her Princesse de Clèves. They also talked at great length about one another, in their salons, in their letters, in the more stylized portraits, or what were called in England characters, which they composed. As so often happens when calm returns after a period of great turbulence, the men and women who survived became, in the sudden silence, acutely conscious of themselves and of one another. Why had it all happened? Those wars and treacheries and strange loyalties. What are we, and what are our motives? Of La Rochefoucauld we know perhaps as much as it is possible to know of any man with whom we have not been intimately linked. His friend, Madame de Sévigné, wrote of him frequently and coolly. His mistress of 15 years, Madame de Lafayette, wrote about him with great acumen and calm affection. His political enemy, the Cardinal de Retz, wrote of him with ironic condescension. He wrote his own portrait, and in his words he gave us his views on those matters which he thought would interest and concern his readers. Caught in those converging beams of clear French light, we see him, the amiable, enchanting, witty, rather melancholy man of the world, man of feeling, man of action, man of thought. Yet Sainte-Beuve, when he wrote his preface to these Maxims in 1853, said, "It is difficult, in my opinion, even impossible, to describe La Rochefoucauld's life in detail." Difficult, because its first half was so complex, its second so placid. Difficult, too, because his most private emotions and actions are not revealed to us. He has said that he disliked familiarity, which he probably regarded as an obstacle rather than a means to the...
Sample complete. Ready to continue?